In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you how to stop procrastinating, and I want you to take some action and click a link that will be below this video, and I will take you to a program that will stop you procrastinating forever. There, I've said it up front and right at the beginning. So now you know I am actually going to pitch one of my own products. It's about how to stop procrastinating, how to make better decisions, and I've done that so that you don't procrastinate about whether or not to watch this video. But seriously, I was going to stop procrastinating right now, but then I thought, I can wait till next week. No, start again. Because I do know that if you are someone who procrastinates like that, it's debilitating, right? So, serious face now. Okay, so that is tough. And I have a question for you, which I'll ask you in just a second. And it will actually stop you in your tracks and show you one of the reasons why procrastinating keeps happening. But first I want to tell you why the question is powerful. And it's powerful because when you procrastinate, when you're indecisive, when you just can't be sure of what to do next, or that you're getting it right, or that what you're doing or how you're being is okay in some way, all of that is because you're listening to your own thoughts and you're taking notice of them. Now you say, well, who else should I listen to? And that is the problem, because actually we're listening to everybody else. Procrastination and self-doubt and even lack of motivation, which comes from procrastinating, they're two sides of the same coin if you think about it, come because we are comparing ourselves with others. I think, well, but they do it okay, or so-and-so seems to have no problem with this, or my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, my grandparents, my own kids, whatever, the dog can do it. Why can't I? Right? And it's if we stop doing that, if for a moment you could just take yourself to a universe where only you exist, you wouldn't know to even ask those questions. It's like, this is how easy or difficult or complex or simple it is for me. That just is the way it is, and you are the way you are. There are no rights or wrongs or better or worses. We're all just different. Okay, so here's the question I promised I would ask you. Because what happens when we are at a point of indecision is that we tend to ask ourselves, almost by default, but this is learned, we tend to ask ourselves, what if it all goes wrong? What if I can't? And so what I propose that you do is flip that on its head, and I want you to ask yourself, what if it all goes right? What if it's just easy? What if I just can? Now, what if it all goes right is a mind-blowing showstopper. Because we don't ask that as a rule. We don't ask that question. And yet, just statistically think about it. The chances of your plan or idea working out for the best are high. Very high. The odds are stacked massively in your favor. How many times have you crossed a busy road and survived in your life? Countless thousands. Or traveled in any kind of transport, whether you're driving yourself or you've been in public transport, whatever, and survived. How many times has your body been invaded by bacteria and viruses, and yet you probably 99.9% of the time didn't even know that was happening, let alone felt ill? Life, in fact, is against the odds. The earth should not be supporting life. The fact that it does seems to, and I'm not a scientist, but seems to be, from the science documentaries that I've watched and books I've read over the years, seems to be, even to the most highly qualified scientists, a ridiculous odds against thing. And yet here we are. Life should not exist, and yet it does. And you do. Right? So at every level, the odds are stacked in your favor. How many times have you made a plan to, whether it's to go to the shops to buy some milk, or whether it's to go on a world cruise or anything in between, and it's all come together? right? Most of the time, things work. So, not only that, but you are infinitely resourceful. So, if you do make a plan, have a decision to make in front of you, and you go, okay, I've got A or B, or maybe even C or D or E as well, who knows, but okay, I'm going to go with B. And you hit a roadblock. How many times in your life have you hit a roadblock of some kind and figured out a way around it, or something's shown up? You've got through that too. So the chances of everything going wrong, something may challenge you, things may crumble or tumble around you for a while. I'm not saying nothing will ever happen that was not in the best possible plan that you wanted. That's for sure. We all have that. But the chances of you not being able to find a way around or through or over or under it are almost nil. We always do. We're resourceful. We have imaginations. We have the ability to think, and we can reach out for help. It's a fingertip touch away these days with all the gadgets and everything we've got online. But what about just good old-fashioned friends and family, people that know you? All right? So for all kinds of reasons, what if it all goes right? Now, I hope that's helped you on the path to stopping procrastination. All right? It's just a tweak in your mind, but there are actually 3 mental doors you can knock on that will open up all of these possibilities. Stop your procrastinating, make you a better leader, keep you motivated. They're very, very simple, and they're in the program that I've called Knowing Where to Knock, and you can find out about that by clicking the link below this video. And I highly recommend that you do not mess about getting it. Just get yourself a copy. If you want to stop procrastinating, it works. Obviously, you've got to read it, work through it. Won't take you long, a couple of hours maybe, depends how fast you read and listen, because there's some audios with it as well. But once you've done it, you'll notice changes happening pretty much immediately. So all the details are to be found on the other side of the link below this video. So click that now, and I'll see you there. Don't hang about. Don't be indecisive. Click the link.